my AP drawing portfolio.
So like you essentially just put it in the corner and then I kind of just like those, but throughout the day, different how we actually
Call this project
check it out. And
this like yes to yes. Anyway. Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to talk about my AP drawing portfolio. And now I'm at school. It's so awkward to film here. I have all the pieces laid out, so I think it will be like a good place for me to talk about all the work.
I'm currently editing the video, but then I realized by the time I was filming it, the score's not out and I got a 5. Yes! 5!
So a brief introduction about what is AP drawing. So it's like a events placement class that people take, and it's break it down into 3 sections, which is the system investigation, written evidence, and selected work. The difference between AP 2D design and AP drawing is that AP 2D design is about any work that's flat and 2D, but drawing is about mark making. For now, it's actually the end of May, so I actually don't know my score or anything, but I feel like this year, whether to satisfy the college board, I want to investigate and explore myself and the hidden side of art. So I don't really care about score, and I don't know my score yet, because I feel like you couldn't really grade an art based on the score, so I don't care.
So yeah, I basically just woke up. I'm super swollen right now, but I realized I haven't filmed a part talking about my written evidence, so I'm just going to share with you guys the inquiry question that guided my system investigation. So those questions are: how can my experimentation with mark making, particularly using a more intuitive approach, lead me in new unexpected direction in my art? How can I portray development and discoveries through the use of diverse media? How can my art process help me discover my hidden potential in art making? So yeah, there's a limited amount of character that I can put, and I'm not sure if I put the third question in. So yeah, back to system investigation.
So I actually wish the voice recording is okay, because I'm trying to record it on my phone. Now I'm currently recording my video on my iPad, so I don't know, I hope this will work. So starting with this piece, it's my sustained investigation 1. I call it internal reality, where I started to explore myself and then realized that I want to draw expressly for this whole sustained investigation. I'm basically trying to find or explore the hidden side of art, where you can just use your charcoal and draw, and it's just simple, but you're just letting your inner soul to lead the direction for you. So my main medium for this one is charcoal, acrylic paint, and paper. I think that's basically it for this one. Yes! Moving on to this piece, I think I put this as sustained investigation 2, where I'm exploring the organic shape and then using charcoal to just play expressively. So I basically started this drawing by drawing lines on huge paper. So I was just like drawing line without actually making it straight. Then I cut it and recomposed it to like lined paper by sewing it, and then I was just playing with the organic shape and charcoal, and kind of influenced by the first piece where I'm using my inner soul to lead the direction. This sounds very cringe, but that's kind of what I actually do, just like holding the charcoal and letting it draw by itself. And then I also explore using different media. For example, I use tree branches to draw, and then also like leaves to print, and also introducing some new elements, which is like stretch leggings, because I want to try to explore like different way of compositing the pieces. So I decided to make it like 2 in the front and 2 at the back, so it's hanging over here. Moving on to this is actually sustained investigation 3 and 4 together. This one is 4 and this one is 3, but then I created in like a different order. Created this one first and created those because it's like kind of inspired by this. I've been using like fire as the main medium to create art. For this one, I was actually just putting them in like boxes and then burning them, seeing like the unexpected mark that the fire can make. And it's just very pretty how everything is. And I'm burning like mainly paper boxes and a canvas, and there is a lamp at the back. I'll show you a close-up where it just like burned really prettily because when the plastic melt, it just melt differently. Moving on these two pieces. These two pieces are inspired by this because I think the potential of fire in our creating process is just, it got so much potential in it. So I decided to explore more. Based on this two piece, I burned different paper and then rip it and put it on like a burned cardboard. Again, it's just burning and burning, and I'll be like sticking like plastic back on it and then burn it again. So the way the plastic melted is also very interesting. The marks that the fire make is just perfect, so pretty, and I really love this project. This is one of my favorite series that I did. And moving on to System Investigation 5, it's the sketchbook where I capture all the marks from nature and I make the video on it. So if you guys are interested, check that video out. It's just basically me trying all different media and then like tree branches, soil, and soap, snow, everything. Then I make that into like a 100-page sketchbook, but then I end up choosing like 30-page, I think, and then making it as a collage and submit it to College Board. Yes. And yes, I put this as System Investigation 6, where I'm mainly exploring like the potential for leggings, and I'm just stretching it to different limits and then kind of cutting it because all the rips are unexpected. The marks that it makes by layering it and the value difference that I create is just very cool. This project is inspired by my System Investigation 2, where like that little corner I actually uses the leggings. I love this piece, it's so cute. And I also make like a smaller piece over here, which is like another version of this but just smaller. If we have to connect it to life, it's just like life because everything is unexpected, and then when you're wearing legging, you also don't know when it's going to rip, and it just rips by itself. So it's just like life. So for this drawing, it's very big. The main things that I use is just sewing the paper together. But before sewing, I started this drawing by just using like a ink and then draw on like a big, large paper. Then I kind of just like add on to it. Also letting my soul lead me, but then I mainly use charcoal and red paint. Then started to add some marker and different texture on it. I began to set up like a setup where there is a bunch of paper on the wall, and I start splashing it. All the drip that I create and all the ink and all the splashes and the marks that I create is just incredible. It's actually back and front, but it sticks it on a wall like this. After I have all the paper there, and some of those are from like the birding project, and I kind of just sew them together and then see which part will connect together. It's just very unexpected. I really liked it. So for this project, it's System Investigation 8. I was actually just experimenting the potential of cyanotype and what kind of marks I can create with sunlight and nature. So that's what I'm doing. And I am making a video for this project, so I think you guys can check that video out. Probably by this time it's out already. Check it out. And one more thing to add, for my final AP, I only submitted the picture for this because less is more. If I submit too much, it's just too much that they won't be able to concentrate. So I only submitted these boxes. Yes. For this project, I'll call it Under the Sea. If it's by chronological order, this is done 1 month after the fire. So I'm just like, if I can do stuff with fire, can I do stuff with water. For this project, I was just like playing with ink and water on different type of paper and like even cloths. Then I paste them together on like this giant board, and then for the rest of the week I was just using charcoal and then drawing expressively. Just like I mainly avoid drawing sharp stuff, so other than sharp things I was just letting myself and like leading it, so everything's like round and it's just like under the sea. It's very big. I think it's almost like 2 meters long. So this is Sustained Investigation 10. It's actually super big. I'll insert a real picture. For this pieces, I mainly explore charcoal, ink, and water, like how they are blending together and potential of the mark. Again, the potentials. Revealing the hidden side where you are not going to expect like whatever is coming out. So this is my overall thoughts, and this is one of the biggest piece in my art portfolio. For this pieces, I'm exploring the potential of snow and nature. So I actually use soil as the paint and also some ink, but then the main medium is actually snow. I went out on the negative 11 degrees day. I put the paper on top of the snow where the water actually started freezing, and then when I dropped the ink, it just had different kind of reaction. I left it outside for another day. Then when I came back to it, I kind of break the snow on top of it, or break the ice that is like formed, and then I dig out some soil and then like mix it with some water. Then it's like the paint. When I brought it indoor, when it dries, it created another really cool texture too. So this art piece is actually just about the potential of snow. For this project, it's actually the boxes that you guys see in front of it. The 6 sides are all painted, and I call this project the 6-side puzzle. And then in the exhibition, I make this as an interactive section where people can come and make their own art out of it. So just like by building it in different shape, because you can view it 360 degrees, and then it just kind of create the art by itself. And that is the purpose, to show that there's no right and wrong in art. They're all different. And in this project, I explored like collage and also like textures. I created this with bubble and then like just soap water and then like dip the ink in and then like let it dry. So for this one, I mainly just focus on mark making with charcoal and overlapping paper, and overall my hands and arm. You can see this is like all my fingerprints. They're just very cool. Everyone can play with it and come up with their own shape. Yeah. So this over here is my Sustained Investigation 13, which is my last Sustained Investigation, because for the other two, I put like my reflection page over there. For this project, I'm mainly focusing on print making using like oil print and trying different type of print making like calligraphy, lino cut, oil transfer, something like that. And this is what it looks like. I have a whole video on it, so check it out. Lastly, for the last 2 things that I included is the 2 reflection. I think I inputted like the one for nature, mark making, and also the fire one. So that's what I included. But actually I did reflection for almost every piece of my art. And that's the end of the Sustained Investigation. So for the selected work, I included pieces like the 2 from my Sustained Investigation, which is this 2, and then I also included some of another type of drawing, which is a style that I used for my last year AP 2D design. I drew this. This is like me and my friends. It's like my art club where we're just donating money and making art activity at our school. Then for this piece, I just used different colors to capture my friend's personality. And then I have this piece over here, which is like really big, and it's me hugging my friend. Like hugging for me is not only like a action, it's also like for me to charge my energy. So yes, I love hugging people. The last piece I put for my selected work is this one. Is this drawing. It's me and my senior friend Sharon, and then she is graduating. I drew this last summer. So we're all driving to a new destination. So yes, this is my APR portfolio. I just find it being really weird that there's a lot of AP2D's portfolio on YouTube, but there's not a lot of AP drawing, so I think this video will help. I wish, yes. Yeah, I think the ending was like pretty rushed, so I just want to say that I really enjoyed this year, especially like trying something totally different than what I did last year in 2D design. And I really just learned a lot from this experience, especially like trying all the medium, and I feel like I can't get closer to the nature where I think everything in the world can be used as an art medium. And it's just a really different experience that I'm not sure if I can ever experience it again. And really thanks to my art teacher who keep rejecting my sustained investigation inquiry question, which ended up inspiring me to come up with this super experimentational inquiry questions. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys are interested in it, you guys can check out my last year 2D design portfolio video out, because that is a totally different type of portfolio, and I'm going to film a college portfolio, so wait for that and check out my art videos if you guys are interested in the process of making those art. Anyway, see you guys next time. Bye bye.